Hey guys, this is Mac Effect. Oh. Hey guys, Mac Effect coming back at you with another in-depth session. Today we're going to look at the second most important HPM hero. This is really hard for me to choose. I couldn't decide between Pumpkin Duke and ThunderGod. I thought without Pumpkin Duke we can't achieve high-level HPMs, dungeons, or raiding, or anything really, but without ThunderGod, HPM becomes a lot harder. I thought about how amazing his proc is with that incredible damage and a huge stun. So ThunderGod really brings it home because of this, and that's why he is the hero of this segment. So let's talk about his base stats here. Starting out at 220 and 1600 HP. I like to compare other heroes to Druid, and he's definitely got more damage. Druid coming in at only 205, but the same amount of HP, so he's kind of a tanky guy. Especially if you can find a survivability talent on him. The one thing that is different that makes him more vulnerable to damage is that he is a physical damage. He melees, so he will come into contact with enemies a lot quicker than Druid will. But it doesn't really matter because that proc with that stun and the huge damage can really do a lot for you. He starts out with 6 targets in his proc, and he ends up with 22. It is amazing how much damage he can actually put out. So my ThunderGod is a level 100. He's got a 4 of 9 skill, so that gives him 12 targets to hit, and he's putting out 6,700 damage around there per proc. So just about 80,000 damage total for that proc alone. If you were to take a level 180 ThunderGod and put a 9 of 9 skill on him, he'd be hitting 440% damage on 22 targets, and he would be able to take out most of the base, putting out over 300,000 damage. And if you were lucky enough to get a War God on that guy, you could potentially put out over 400,000 damage, which puts him in a very, very unique position to be one of the highest output of damage in the game. But it's not just that. The stun is where it really comes through. ThunderGod is one of the few heroes that can CC a target, and this really shines through when he's doing HPM. I call ThunderGod the difference maker because it can shut down that level 70 dino and put him in his place. Arena, you throw him in an empty lane and he can do a CC and leave you just enough time to get your DPS heroes down to the shrine and take it out. Dungeons and raids, he's taking out multiple targets, probably all their heroes, and saving the day. So let's get in here. We'll check out this video, talk a little bit more. I'm gonna run an HPM, an arena, and then a dungeon. We'll show just how valuable he really is. So let's go ahead and start out with the arena here. Okay, and you'll see I'm gonna go ahead and put my DPS heroes down at the bottom, and then I'll put ThunderGod up in the middle lane, and we'll see. So Mato, I'm thinking you're probably going to set off my ThunderGod's proc, and I'm probably going to stun you, and then I'm going to take out your shrine. Sorry about that, bud. That worked out perfectly. You just watch. So as soon as Pumpkin Duke procs here, we'll be just about done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No luck there, buddy. Alright, Premt, go ahead and try the same strategy out. Put ThunderGod in the middle there, and if you can get a strong Revite on ThunderGod, he will pretty much wipe out their team. He'll be able to proc twice and do a lot of damage. For me, I got a Berserk at 3-5. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It allows me to proc there and do a little bit of damage. If I put out Spirit Mage, I can almost take out that ninja. Not too big a deal. But you'll see Premt has really no chance because his arena rank or might rank is lower. So that's enough arena for now. Let's go ahead and jump into a dungeon. I've been running D811 for you guys a lot. I want to go ahead and show you something new, a little bit fresher. There's 2 spots that I like here. for a drop in. I'll do right by the paladin here once in a while. That's a little bit safer drop. You have more time, but if you want to drop right in that hole, you certainly can. You take a ton of aggro. It's kind of fun if you can drop in with Pumpkin Duke and just get his Celebrate procking like crazy. Today I'm not going to do that because I don't really want to wipe. Once in a while you'll wipe. So let's go ahead and drop in on that paladin and let's see what happens. Alright. Here we go. So starting out here, I'm going to drop that Ares Frenzy, get them all going crazy, and then we'll drop the Guardian Angel just in time so that they'll not take any damage from those heroes. And then it's pretty much all over. As ThunderGod just procs. Spirit Mage is helping him out quite a bit, but ThunderGod is wrecking multiple buildings there at a time. He is such a huge asset to your team, and is one of the first shard heroes that I would try and get at this point. Now, I haven't played with Emotep, but for right now, that damage down the road is awesome. So, alright, and you can see no problem there. Got some shards. And we're going to go ahead and go into a HBM here so you can see what the difference maker can do in there. Alright, and you'll see I've been running with full garrisons because of the $1,000 shootout. Trying to save up as many shards as I can so that I can be a big force in the end. One thing that I didn't show in this video is a raid, and that's because my might is just a little too high. I would have had to find a very specific base. The best thing that you can do is drop ThunderGod and let him sit and proc and proc and proc and proc, because he will take out all the heroes and most of the buildings before you even get him into the walls. You start him at the outer limits, and then hit that devastating proc will just basically overcome the entire base. And honestly, when there's two sides like my base, I would start ThunderGod on one side, and I would put Spirit Mage on the other, and maybe even put out Cupid if you have one, because Cupid is just going to increase the proc. He doesn't increase the speed, he just increases the proc, the amount of procs. So what I'll usually do is put Spirit Mage and Cupid on one side and ThunderGod on the other, and it just wrecks the base. So, alright, so getting into this HBM, you'll see that Magic Tower is still stunning all those heroes, and these full garrisons are just shredding them apart. They don't really stand a chance. And we're just mop up this wave 3. Going into wave 4, we got some nice revites. ThunderGod's got a full revite. You'll see the difference maker just rock out on that ninja, and it'll be all over. There will be no chance for any of them. Oh, ninja doesn't even make it in, but it doesn't matter. ThunderGod procs and takes out all the troops. Going to G5 with Cupid and ThunderGod, you're going to see they got full revites, and as soon as they proc, you'll see ThunderGod go, and the dino gets stunned twice in a row. No chance there. Just wipes it up. So there you see it, the power of the ThunderGod. Such a devastating addition. Really, he is one of the heroes that you have to focus on getting right away, because he will make the difference for you, like I said. Alright guys, I'm going to use ThunderGod style and just go ahead and end this. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, rinse, wash, repeat.